I've seen a lot of people reference the slippery slope recently. And I just want to say, like, most reasonable people are fine with, a lot of people aren't fine with the term marriage being used, but like civil unions, like a marriage that's recognized by the state so you get all of the benefits. I think most people are completely fine with that.
Yeah.
And I don't think having gay marriage.
Statistics show that the majority of registered Republicans even support gay marriage now.
Yeah.
It's not like 99%, but I believe it was like 60 or 70% that are for legally recognized gay marriage. So it's like, what else do you want? What else do you want?
Yeah.
They're allowed to get married. They're allowed to adopt. What else do you want? I mean, I guess they want people to bake cakes for them now. That's what it is.
Right. I think a conversation that's focused on rights, so everyone having equal rights and access to things is great. It's when the conversation starts steering towards restructuring society and human nature that people have a problem. And we're like far down that path at this point. Although I don't necessarily think the two are correlated. I think there were probably just a lot of really radical people participating in the fight that just kept
going. It unfortunately became more mainstream over time. So like, the slippery slope theory, knowing what I know now about what happened to the Pride movement, the LGBT movement, going back, would I have still supported gay, not that I was old enough to vote back then, but would I have still supported gay marriage? Of course, absolutely. But I think I would have been very vocal about warning people, okay, this is a great win for, let's just do a bottom line, same human rights for everybody. What you don't have the right to is to compel people's speech, to compel people's actions or business. You don't have the right to force somebody to bake you a cake. You don't have the right to get married in a religious ceremony. You don't have the right to force anyone to give you their time, their labor, or their acceptance, because they really don't have to like you. And as somebody who is looking the way I do, like I am a racial minority, and I feel like I saw this post. It was an article, and it was, this LGBT realtor in Texas is helping LGBT people on the Underground Railroad out of Texas. And as a
it's called the Rainbow Underground Railroad. That's what they called it.
Like as racial minorities, like, you were born that way. You go around life looking that way. And of course, my ancestors, did go through slavery and stuff like that. So it's just like, it's insane to me that like some random white guy or white girl or whoever, somebody who, is visibly like no different than the majority of the population, can go around walking through life and then come out as gay, and now you're an automatic victim. Now you have to escape on the Underground Rainbow Railroad. What the heck? That's a Mario Kart track, first of all. So what the heck?
I can't stop thinking about the Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. I used to love that show. But literally, what the heck are they talking about? Like, Texas, it's so funny.
Well, they said it's because there are a bunch of anti-LGBT laws being passed in states like Texas.
And then you ask them what those laws are, and it's like, you can't sterilize your 4-year-old. And they're like, oh my God.
Oh no.
They start melting like the wicked witch of the West or whatever. And it's like, we just said don't be a pedophile, and you took that personally. So.
Yeah. There were several pride parades actually canceled in Florida because Florida is now unsafe for LGBT people because of Ron DeSantis or something. The bills they're referring to when they're, crying about anti-LGBT laws usually are don't sterilize your children and, regulating drag queen events. Like, those are usually the two things. Both have to do with kids. I do understand that some people out there will use the kid narrative to like try to, suppress all gay people and all trans people and all drag queens. I understand that is a real thing out there, but the majority of people just want you to leave their kids alone.
Yeah.
You know?
And yeah, obviously there are people who are reactionary and are already violent, unstable people. So when they see a cause to be violent and unstable, whether that be, you know, perceptions of everyone who is gay is a pedophile, or everyone who's black is a criminal, or any really stereotype like that, they go out and they do horrible things. That's not Ron DeSantis' fault. That's not the Florida government's fault.
Also, why do we keep having all ages drag shows that are sexually explicit? Why do you keep doing that? Like, I don't understand why I keep seeing new videos of events like that happening. Like, just stop it. Why are you reinforcing narratives that are harming you?
Because that's who they are. That's who they are. That's who they are. But, you know, before anyone says anything, because I've seen this as a counter attack a lot, or counter argument. Well, what about Hooters? What about pageants for little girls? I think all of those things are bad. I do think taking a young child to Hooters is a little weird. And I think that pageants are very, very weird. Like, to see a little girl in full wig, makeup, doing a little dance on stage. I don't like that toddlers and tiaras type stuff either. Mm-hmm. But what I've never seen at Hooters or one of these events is somebody miming a sex act, or grinding on children, or singing very sexually explicit lyrics, like, to children. I've never seen those things. And if it is happening, that's abhorrent. But a lot of these drag shows are the equivalent to a strip or burlesque show. And, you know, in the heterosexual world, children are not allowed of those. For all of a sudden, it's homophobic to say that, hey, this is basically a man doing burlesque. That's fine if you want to do that. I actually used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race like all the time. Yeah. So it's not like a moral issue that I have with like drag as an art form or whatever, or as entertainment. But it's like, I know how inappropriate it is because I've seen it before. So just stop with the kids.